What up traders, what up investors? Ken here from the Dyslexic Investor, and we are looking at Nikola Motors, and I want to be really upfront and really precise on what I'm trying to get you to take, or what the takeaways from this video would be. This is not betting on the overall collapse or the downfall of Nikola Motors from its current price back down to zero. This is just a very short-term trading opportunity that came out on the charts, and I kind of wanted to show you what I was thinking, the thought process behind it, and the execution behind what my trading plan is regarding on this particular scenario. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Everyone knows what Nikola Motors is. It's again that the kind of the Tesla-ish company. They're building their hydrogen semis, and now opened up reservations for a pickup truck. Also, again, there hasn't been anything built yet. They have Nikola World in December, so there's a lot of speculation on this particular company. On, is it legit? Are they actually building things? All these various things. And I'm going to let other people kind of speculate on that. I'm just going to be diving into the charts and kind of giving you what I saw today, and we'll be jumping into it. So looking here at the daily chart again, Nikola has just literally been taken off ever since VTIQ merged with them and purchased them. It has been just a rocket ship between the 5 and 8 exponential moving average, getting a huge boost up, and just a lot of money being thrown at this particular company. Considering this a very high momentum FOMO stock in a sense, this is usually an indication of a lot of volume coming in and potentially trading sideways. You can see here what really caught my attention is when the 5, this is on the daily chart, the 5 and 8 start crossing over, and the 5 crossed through the 8. Again, this is a heavily momentum stock. So once it starts closing below the 8, it's kind of a, is it going to stall out here? Is it going to continue, maybe rebound off the 21? It's very unsure. It's not clear because, again, this thing is super volatile. You can kind of see here, it literally has moved, is gapped up and moved so much in the past. So you have to be very mindful of keeping these, maybe trading smaller size if you're trading it, and then maybe keeping it on a very tight leash, so just cutting losses immediately if it starts going red. Because if it can get some steam going, it could really go the opposite direction. So we're going to look at the 4-hour chart to kind of give us the better of what got my attention on this. So the previous day on Wednesday, it kind of did, the 5 and 8s are crossing through the 21. The 34 really didn't come in to hold it. This really got my attention, and then the better part of yesterday, which was Thursday, I was watching it very closely. It was down almost 4 or 5% at the point that we wanted to go into for a potential short to continue going lower. So what we actually bought was the 17th of July options, the put. We bought the $50 put in July 17th, 2020. Again, to be super clear, this is a very short-term trade for us. We are looking for just the potential downside to potentially break the 50, which it has already did, but potentially coming back to the $50 price target and potentially kind of bounce off there because there's quite a bit of volume there. Again, so the catalyst was the moving average is crossing. We also had a squeeze indicating it popped off on Thursday morning, and then continue going, kind of bleeding lower. We got into it. I think it was the put call. The put was around $7.25. We got 2 of those. I will look here on the options change in a second to kind of show you. Again, very short term. We're talking 14 days out. This put. So we really want this to kind of pay us really fast. So we want to get into this very short term swing trade of maybe 2 to 3 days. So once that broke, we got into it, put about $1,400 into the trade, and being very mindful that this could really just rebound and go the other direction. And the overall thesis was, if it starts breaking the 50-day, to take some profits into the close of the day, at least take one of the puts off by the end of the day to kind of take and collateralize on some of the profits from this particular trade. And that's exactly what happened. So if we actually zoom this in even more, we can do on the hourly chart. This thing has really, and we go here so we get a better identification. So just even through the whole day, it was basically down around this time. So around 1 o'clock, it just continued going down while other stocks were just kind of trending higher and kind of just things, so forth, and it wasn't getting out of anyone's way. We took the position again, the $50 put for the 17th of July, really coming through, getting really beat up much more than we thought, or much more than I thought initially. So it starts selling off so fast, even to, we talk about this a lot, so the last hour, so from 3 to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the volume that comes in on some stocks is absolutely like crazy, in the sense of the volume that comes in. Again, we had more volume in the last hour than we had basically for the past majority of the day. And that really escalated this down to the downside, and getting down to about $55. We took some profits. I wish we got to the tippy here, so we sold one of the puts on towards the end of the day, taking some profits there. Basically, again, we're talking about the put was around $7.25, and then we sold it basically, I think it was around 11, so almost, what is that, 35-40% gain in about 3 hours. So there's nothing that's on just one put option, and we're kind of letting the less kind of ride, potentially, to see how Monday, Tuesday plays out. And if it starts breaking above certain levels, about the we can go back to the 4-hour chart. We want to see if it starts breaking above the 21, the $65 level, we have to kind of really consider on getting out. The red line for me would be around the 62 level. If it starts breaking above the 62.31 on the 4-hour chart, and it's starting to show some momentum, because as of right now, again, the market's closed, but you see a lot of red momentum. The volume oscillator is completely beat up to the bottom side. RSI is really flat on a very low digit numbers. So just be mindful of that, looking at here. So we can go ahead and look at the trade itself. So again, it was the July 17th put, the $50 put strike price. We can go here and send to that. There we go. Let me expand this to the 1-hour chart. So we bought this around basically a little after 1 o'clock for around this, like the $7.25. And then of course this option has just exploded, like we showed towards the end of the day, getting really escalated up, getting to the tippy top around $11.19. I believe we sold it for around $10.95 for this. We just got out of one of them and letting the rest kind of ride, or the other the other put to continue to grind potentially higher, and see how Monday, Tuesday fares out, because again, the stock has just been really hurt in the sense of being down nearly 15% in one day. I think it was like 13%, yeah, 13.2% in just one day. So this is kind of a really harsh slap in the face for a stock that's kind of been a market darling. Again, looking for that initial potential, even if the top of the tippy tip of the candlestick hits the 50-day, we put some theoretical pricing out there, looking for potentially getting out of the rest of the put around like $15. So again, overall, that's going to be a very great small trade. But again, I don't know how the market's going to be Monday. It could be completely opposite direction, and they can come in and say, "Oh, Tesla's buying Nikola," and then boom, like this is gonna go literally past 100 if that happens, for sure. That being said, just be mindful of this. I kind of just wanted to show you the particular of what we did in the trade, and I have to give a shout out to my boy Makeshift over here. I wrote around the 130. It says Nicola's asking me to short it. This is in the Discord. You can join completely free. Description down below. And he just says, "Do it," with a smiley face. I said I did it, and we'll see how it goes. And I actually did a copy here. I actually did the 17th. The 15th doesn't actually exist for that put option, or that expiration for Nikola. So that being said, if you have any comments, questions down below, I just want to be super clear. I'm not wanting Nikola to fail. I'm not betting on the company going to zero. This is just a very short-term trading opportunity that really presented itself, and I wanted to capitalize on it. And so far, so good, the trade. We'll see how Monday, Tuesday pans out. But again, guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We have a wonderful live stream coming up this Sunday again. The famous dyslexic investor, that's me, looking for some more stock charts, just kind of interacting with you guys. Really do love doing those particular, getting other people's opinions, looking at other charts that I have even never heard about before, all that great stuff. But that being said, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. Again, this is Ken from the Dyslexic Investor, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Peace.